loving for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space.
Well, Coach, the good news for now, no snow in the forecast, but plenty of scarves and mittens in this sea of orange at Empower Field at Mile High, just west of downtown Denver. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Here's Justin Jackson, second-year man out of Northwestern. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
17 yards. And the Chargers first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And it's complete. Henry. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
White 90. Hey, Brown 80. Load it. Load it.
Rivers now. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
Now Rivers. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Come on, set.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. This is Royce Freeman, 2nd-year man from Oregon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action. Now it's Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Bryant has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Todd Davis, the Broncos' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 17.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Orbit.
Now Rivers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Orange, Bristol, and Travis. White! Hey, let's go!
To throw is Rivers. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Badgley's kick is good. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Tackle made by Adrian Phillips.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. On 2nd and 7, Locke gets it off to Freeman. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Hamilton, the fourth-round pick, had a very productive career at Penn State where he was teammates with Saquon Barkley. And the tandem of he and Cortland Sutton brings some solid youth to that Bronco receivers room. And now the 24-year-old Hamilton hoping to build on what was a 30-catch campaign from a season ago as a rookie. They'll go jet sweep here with Sutton, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Locke's throw caught by Sutton, and he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Clock now after the pick on the last drive. 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They toss to Freeman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Go.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They set up the screen to Booker. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. To throw it is Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 12-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
Locke will try again on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Devontae Booker, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing Rivers. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready, down 80. Watch the pass, slam. Check 90. Hey, easy. He's coming. We got jump. Hey, I want to go load it. Check 45.
To throw, Rivers. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant you the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Taking it about the 16. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Go.
1st and 10.
Block now on 1st down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. They'll let it go deep for Freeman. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, Ray, seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates him.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go, defense.
Final play of the half, Rivers. goes. On the screen, this is Eckler. Twisting away. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Brings up second and 5 at the 46-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Again, they'll run with Freeman. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Joey Bosa, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23. Block now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready?
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Locked to throw on 3rd and 1. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Lock now, 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Lock over the middle, complete. That's Freeman. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Denver has the first down to play, going for 15 yards. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. Let's get the 45-yard line.
Bravo! 57. Go!
From the 45 on 2nd down. Lock. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. There he goes, right side. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A throw taken in by Hamilton. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check. Room.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. 190. Right. He's 180. We got 4. Watch the safety. 12. Slam. Quick the edge. Load it. Load it. Jam. 45. Wait, 89.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Here we go.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Load it. 34.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
45. Hey. Go Orange.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rivers is going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
You better be afraid of me. Hey, high 7.
Rivers under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Thomas Davis. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. From the 25 on 2nd down, Rivers. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it.
79. Fight.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. Watch the curls. Where's 52? Watch. Five. Deep grip.
Throwing on first down is Locke. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. They look to throw. It's Locke. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second 7. Here's Locke to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Freeman. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Broncos on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Locke going to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Locke now on first down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Joey Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Topper! Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Now Locke. Here's Booker on the catch. Give him 9 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's third down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Down. 90 Wolf. 58 right there. They gonna need some therapy after this.
Throwing his Locke on third down. Now they go screen. It's complete. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They're going to go. It's Booker going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They started on the ground with Eckler. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. To throw is Rivers. He'll get this to Eckler. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. Now Rivers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Rivers here to throw. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.
So that'll do it for us.